Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
In the context of mudras, we see that almost every composer has incorporated his mudra in the composition. So it may be the own name or some other name. Here we also see that there are many more composers like Mysore Vasudevacharya, who incorporated his own name, Paravasudevuni. That is how he has used in one particular composition. Let us see how he uses his mudra, a popular composition. Bhajan seyara ada o manasa Shri Ramuni bhajan seyara ada. Where in the Charanam you see Varanari Sahodaruni Paripurnakamuni Varanari Sahodaruni Paripurnakamuni Dharanija Manoharuni Paravasudevuni Paravasudevuni. Like this you can see his mudra in his compositions. Another popular composer, Thiruvarur Ramaswamy Pillai. He, after the name of Vaidiswaran Koil, which is also known as Vedapuri or Vedapurisha, so where this mudra is used by him in most of his compositions, like a popular composition of his, Sri Kamakshi Katakshi Kamakshi, where he uses in the Charanam, you see, Adaram Yenakini Vedapuri Shwari Vedapuri Shwari. This you can see in some of his other compositions also. Another Tamil composer, Neelakanta Sivan, his popular composition, which all of you would have heard many times, Ananda Natamaduvartillai Brahmananda Natamaduvartillai, where he uses the mudra in the Charanam, Padi Madi Jodi Palir Palir Yena Pada Shilam Boli Galir Galir Yena Adi Karayunda Neelakantam Minna Neelakantam Minna. So his mudra Neelakanta Sivan, so he uses Neelakanta Minna there. Then another composer, Subbaraya Shastri, who happens to be the second son of Sri Shyama Shastri. He uses the mudra Kumara, that is his Ankita mudra. Let us look at one of his compositions. Talachidavaru Dhanyulayeru Talachidavaru Dhanyulayeru, where in the Charanam you see Surari Puladamana Kumara Janani Surari Puladamana Kumara Janani Karunara Sakshi Kaumari Yani Sada Dalachinavayaru. So the mudra Kumara is used by Subbaraya Shastri. Coming to Sri Ramaswamy Shivan, he uses the mudra Guhadasa, like that. Much more contemporary composer, Sri Balamurali Krishna, uses the mudra Murali. And another composer who is very much living with us is none other than Dr. Rukmani Ramani, the daughter of Sri Papanasam Sivan, who uses the beautifully mudra symbolic of her inheritance, that is Shiva Kumari. She uses that word mudra, Shiva Kumari, in her composition, like as a tribute to her father, Papanasam Sivan. Parthasarathi Tiruvallikeniyil நான் பார்த்த சாரதி தீர வீர மோகன பார்த்த சாரதி திருவல்லிக்கேணியில் நான் பார்த்த சாரதி தீர வீர மோகன. Where in the Charanam she uses பாலனாய் நீ செய்த லீலைகள் கோடி பாலகோபாலனே அனைவரும் நாடும் நீலமேகனே நிர்மலனே நீலமேகனே நிர்மலனே பக்த கோலாகலனே சிவகுபரி துதிக்கும் சிவகுபரி துதிக்கும் நீலமேகனே நிர்மலனே பக்த கோலாகலனே சிவகுபரி துதிக்கும் பார்த்தசாரதி. Where you saw how beautifully she's incorporated the name Shivakumari as a tribute to her father, Sri Papanasam Sivan. Another composer, a great performing artist as well, a maestro, Chitraveena Sri Ravi Kiran, who has composed so many compositions in different themes. And of course, he is also the rare kind of honor of composing in all the 72 Melakartas, just like Kotiswara Iyer did and many other composers. He has also composed compositions in all the 72 Melakartas, and one of his compositions, Parvanangum Chaldra Chuda Ekabaresane, where the Charanam, he uses his mudra, and all his compositions you would see, he uses the mudra Ravi Shashi. The combination of Ravi Shashi makes for the mudra of Sri Ravi Kiran. Sarva Bhaumane Ravi Shashi, Sarva Bhaumane Ravi Shashi, Sarva Bhaumane Ravi Shashi, Yor Vidi Yone Kartarul Parvanangum Chaldra Chuda. Now, these are all mudras of composers who have composed the Kriti format. We also see that in other compositional forms like the Varnam, also we see that some composers have incorporated their mudra, like popular composers of Varnam, Ramnath Srinivasa Iyengar and Patnam Subramania Iyer. Let me take two very common examples for you. The popular composition Ninnu Kori in the Ragam Mohanam, you see, Ninnu Kori Yona Nura. In the Charanam here, Sannu Tanga Ni Vasa Sammuta Gashini Vasa. The word Srinivasa is there as part of the mudra here. Of course, in Varnam, as I mentioned earlier also, because the syllables are so far off, kind of placed with so much of vowel extension, sometimes it's difficult for us to decipher what the word is. So, another example we could take is Sarasuda, where you see Sarasuda ni kori, where in the next subsequent lines, Giri ni velayo Sri Venkatesha Sri Venkatesha. This Patnam Subramania Iyer, as you would have guessed, earlier also we looked at some of the kritis he composed. He has also composed Varnam. So, he uses the mudra Venkatesha, whether it is a Varnam or whether it's a kriti, you would see that his mudra is incorporated in that. Now, going back in history to much earlier times, if you look at the Tevarams, we see that there also the Tevaram mover, like if you look at one particular song that I am going to sing here, Jnana Sambandar, he incorporates his own mudra, that Bhusuran Jnana Sambandan. So, this idea is very interesting, that the idea of introducing the Vagekara mudra has been there for so many years. And in fact, I also mentioned on a lighter vein that the Vagekaras have been very intelligent, I would say. Whether they did it deliberately or it just happened, that is a different thing. But they incorporated their mudra into the composition such that they could establish that it is their own. And today's context, when everybody kind of takes somebody else's composition and says that it is theirs, here by putting their stamp into that particular composition, they have established that it is theirs only and nobody else can claim kind of right over it. So, this concept of Vagekara mudra is in fact very valuable in terms of establishing the authorship of that particular composition. Let us now look at Tevaram. Mandiramavadu neere Vanavar meladu neere Sundaramavadu neere Tudikapaduvadu neere. Like this, there are different stanzas coming in this particular Tevaram. And finally, you see, Aatral adal vidaiyerum Alavayan thiru neetrai Potre pugalinila Bhusuran Jnana Sambandal Potre pugalinila Bhusuran Jnana Sambandal. So, where you automatically saw that Jnana Sambandan, his signature is there. Now, coming to other forms like the Ashtapadi, Tarangam, we see that here also, as I mentioned earlier in the context of Jayadeva, that they incorporate their mudra, and here Ashtapadi of course is not a kriti format, but interestingly you have to, when you observe, you see that what is that Ashtapadi, the 8 stanzas become like a kriti format when it comes into the concert genre. So, we also see how some different musical forms actually get modified into the most, I would say, sought after or most kind of important form, the kriti format. And here also you see that in the Ashtapadi it's truncated, and then you have a Pallavi Anupali Charanam kind of a format when it's presented in a concert. Let us look at just one particular composition to see how the mudra as part of the Ashtapadi is included, where Jayadeva includes his mudra. Chandana Chachita Neela ನೀಲಕಳೇಬರ ಪೀತವಸನ ವನಮಾಲಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಚಲಲ್ಮಣಿ ಕುಂಡಲ ಮಂಡಿತ ಗಂಟಯುಗ ಸ್ಮಿತ ಶಾಲಿ ಹರಿರಿಗ ಮುಗ್ಧ vadhuni kare. So the last stanza, again he uses the mudra in the last. Shri Jayadeva Pranita Mati Adbhutam Shri Jayadeva. Like this in all the Ashtabadi you would see. And as I mentioned earlier also, the Tarangams of Narayana Tirthar, where you see that Tarangam is a different body of work. The Krishna Leela Tarangini is a complete body of work written by Sri Narayana Tirthar, and there he uses his mudra, again Narayana Tirtha. Coming to another very interesting form, the Tirpugal, there also we see the mudra as Perumale being used in that particular, every Tirpugal for that matter ends with the word Perumale, like ஒரு பொழுதும் இரு சரண நேசத்தேவை துணரேனே ஊனது பழனி மலையெனும் ஊரை சேவே தரியேனே. There in the last, தூரிதமிடு நிருத புரசூரை கார பெருமாளே தொழுது வழிபடும் அடிய காவ கார பெருமாளே விருது கவி விதரண வினோதகார பெருமாளே வீரன்மரவர் சிறுபி திருவேளை கார பெருமாளே. Here the word Perumale of course has been used several times, but in other Tirpugal you would see that in the last that Perumale happens as a mudra of Arunagirinathar here. Coming to another folk variety, the Kavadi Chindu, we have one of the most prominent composer, Annamalai Reddiyar, who uses his mudra Annamalai in his particular composition. If you see the Kavadi Chindis, he would be using the mudra as Annamalai. Now let us travel a bit towards the north to see how this concept of mudra is not something very specific to our South Indian Carnatic music or our South Indian music as such. This concept of mudra is also seen prevalent in many North Indian composers also. For example, if you take Meera Bhajan, for example, Tum bin mero kaun khabar le Govardhana Giridhari Hari Govardhana Giridhari, where Mirabai mostly would use the mudra Meera ke Prabhu, like Meera ke Prabhu Giridhar Nagar Charan Kamal Balihari Govardhana Giridhari. Or another great composer, Tulsidas, who was a great devotee of Lord Rama. There also you see Tulsidas, his mudra he uses, like in the bhajan, Thumak chalat Ramachandra, Thumak chalat Ramachandra, Bajat Pejaniya, Thumak chalat Ramachandra. In the last charanam you'd see Tulsidas Atiyananda, Tulsidas Atiyananda, dekh ke mokar vilda. So where you saw that he uses his own mudra, Tulsidas. Now in the north there have also been composers of the Abhanga. So, like in the Abhang, we see that there are popular composers like Sant Namadev, Sant Tukaram, and so on. They also have used their signature in their compositions, like they use the word Namamane tu Vishwachi Janani. Sant Namadev uses this mudra. A very popular composition of his is Bhakta Janavatsale. Hey, Bhakta Janavatsale, where he uses in the last charanam Namamane tu Vishwachi Janani, Namamane tu Vishwachi Janani, Shirabdhi Nivasini Jagadambe. Or another great composer of Abhang, Tukaram, where in the composition Bolava Vithala, Pahava Vithala, Bolava Vithala, Pahava Vithala, where he uses his own mudra, Tuka Mane. Tuka Mane Deha Bharila Vitale, Tuka Mane Deha Bharila Vitale, Kama Krodha Kele Dhare Di Te Bolava Vithala, Pahava Vithala. Like this, you see that every composer worth the name, you see that somehow they have introduced this concept of Vagyekara Mudra in their composition. There is also another composer who stands apart in terms of using multiple mudras. That is, there is a relation between all these mudras, of course, where the name of Sri Swati Tirunal comes to our mind, where he uses the word Padma as his mudra. Padma means lotus. So he uses the word Padma Nabha and synonyms of that as his part of his mudra, like Padmanabha, Sarasanabha, Jalajanabha, Sarasijanabha, Sarojanabha, Neerajanabha, Pankajanabha, and so on. Now, in the composition, like Pankajalochana, where he uses Sarasa Nabha Shaure Pankaj. Or in another composition, he uses the synonym of this Padmanabha as Jalajanabha. Mama Sada Varade, Mama Sada Varade, where he uses Jalajanabha Sodari, Jalajanabha Sodari Yamba. So the mudra Jalajanabha. Then in the composition, Pahi Jagajanani, Pahi Mam Karudaya Palge Rughanayane, where in the, you see that the line, Neerajana Basu Vallabenutana, Neerajana Basu Vallabenutana, Neerada Kanti Sabalake. So these are all some of the composers who have used their mudra. There are also some mudra composers like Papanasam Sivan, who comes to my mind, where in most of his compositions he doesn't use the mudra, but wherever he has used it, he uses the mudra Ramadasa, like Samagana Lolane Sadashiva, where Dina Ramadasan Torunjatadara, Dina Santogum Jatadara, or another composition of his, Mahalakshmi Jaganmata, where Ramadasan Paniyo Mahalakshmi Jaganmata. There are also composers who have chosen not to use a mudra at all as part of their Vagekara mudra. And to mention a few, for example, if you take Sri G. N. Balasubramaniam, who composed many compositions, he does not have any mudra. And another great maestro come composer, Sri Lalgudi Jayaraman, we see that he has composed many kritis, varnams, tilanas, but nevertheless in his compositions he has not used any mudra at all. So more his compositions especially, they are defined more by his style of composing because we are not able to find the mudra there. Like that, we also see that there are some other composers who have chosen not to use any mudra at all. But in the context of this particular topic of mudras, we see that the Vagekara mudra actually serves a great purpose. And as students of music, or even as listeners, when we know what is the mudra of each composer, it becomes easy for us to identify whose composition a particular composition is. And a step further, I would say, by constant listening and constant learning as students, when you know or rather associate one particular mudra with a composer, you also kind of understand a deeper layer of what is the compositional style of that particular composer and how the style of one composer is different from the other. So that way we see that the Vagekara mudra serves multiple purposes, I would say, and offers an interesting study for students as well as rasikas.